Hello! Look at that fancy intro I did. Please tell me this is working. I really hope this is working. I'm working on just... I tried to set this up a few hours ago. I'm using OBS to stream. I'm on my laptop. I got a fancy microphone plugged in. I got all those graphics made. Got the intro song ready. I have the chat up on my on my YouTube, on my PlayStation, and it seems to be very behind. But that's fine. I'm going to have to pull it up on my phone, I think. Everybody, yeah, to be fair, I've only ever done this with Marvel Rivals before, so I think, oh god, I think the gameplay was fair to expect. Okay, I'm going to test something. Test in the chat before we get started. Okay, chat. All right. Everyone watch. Yeah, it is scuffed. It is absolutely scuffed. I'm doing this off a laptop. All right. Let's just get started. I've watched this trailer many times today. Almost too many, I'd say. I am really looking forward to this movie. I was not prepared for this at all. I thought they'd drop it on Sunday at 7 o'clock on the dot. So I was in the shower this morning and I walked out just to see the notification from like 10 minutes ago and I nearly screamed. So I've been really excited for this. I gotta say, it is fantastic. You lost internet? Oh, that sucks. Hopefully you find your internet soon. I don't know how to do this, by the way. So the first ever trailer breakdown video I did was for Deadpool and Wolverine, and it was literally just this exact same setup, and it's me on it's screen recording my computer, just pausing and playing. It's so bad. So it's just gonna be that, I think. It's basically like a frame by frame breakdown of the Fantastic Four trailer. So here we go. Let's play this. Let me know if the audio level's good. I tried to balance it all out, but I don't know also if I can do this. If I can just like watch this while live. I might get copyright strike. I don't know. But I'm going to have to pause every few seconds. Okay, so I love the fact that the Thing is beloved by children. I think it's so cool that they're fully leaning into them being celebrities. And it's nice to see Ben being loved for once after him spending like years of his life just being hated as this abomination. Seeing him pick up this car for the kids and them cheering. That's the coolest thing ever. It makes them stand out from every other superhero team because they're actually like praised as celebrities. Also, thank you for letting me know that the audio is good. I appreciate that. I should probably mute the video for copyright, but like I want to hear the theme song. It's the best. It's maybe my favorite superhero theme. It's so good. I won't get copyright if I'm fine. I'll mute it. I'll do the smart thing. How many fantastic jokes and thing jokes do you think we can fit into the stream tonight? Because I feel like we can break some records here. Okay. It's just cool to see this aesthetic for the universe leading into that retro style. My favorite run of the Fantastic Four, that's tough. There's so many good ones, so many bad ones too. I mean, it's probably a cop-out, but I really like Hickman. My go-to is Hickman. Hickman and Ryan North. I really like what he's doing currently with the team. 44 thing and Fantastic Four jokes. I need to like get a counter on screen. Yeah, where is Mole Man? They're hiding the Mole Man. I want to see the mole. You hate seeing Ben Grimm's teeth? I'm going to make you see him now. Where are they? That's fair. We're not used to seeing his teeth like that. Thinks of Ben Grimm lately is maybe the funniest line I've ever heard. I'm absolutely stealing that for a video. Ryan North is, I think the Fantastic Four run of his is the first comic run of his I've ever read. So I need to branch out and read more of what he writes because it is impressive just how good he is writing the Fantastic Four. He got all of their dynamics great, and I love how he made Sue an archaeologist. I love, yes. Oh, did they show? Is this hold on? Is this Yancey Street? I don't know. I didn't see if we saw a sign. Oh, there's Yancey Street in the background. There's Yancey Street. Let's go. That's so beast. I didn't even notice that. There was a map. Hold on. Hold on. Ready for this? Fantastic Four map. Look at this. Look at how cool this is. I can show you things now. We're Googling. Yancey Street. Boom. So if you see here, this is the synagogue on Yancey Street. And then we come over here to the shot, and boom, there it is in the background. So that's cool that actually you can see that in real time, how the layout of this city looks. Yeah, we haven't seen Alicia at all in the trailers. I'm shocked at that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Natasha Lyonne playing Alicia Masters, and I love that. I want to see their dynamic so bad, unless it's like a little cameo, but I don't know. I want to see more of her. Also, thank you. Yes, I'm very proud of my Captain America wallpaper. As you can all look at my millions of bookmarks. All right. But yeah, I like that Yancey Street's there and has seemingly such a prominent appearance in the movie. What we haven't seen yet. We've seen Baxter Building. We've seen Yancey Street now. Obviously, we need to see Subterranean with the Mole Man. Times Square, we might have seen a little bit of. Flatiron Building, I don't remember at all. Launchpad, we've seen. All right, okay, we're seeing a lot of this then. That's sick. Oh, we haven't seen any of this. Fantastic Four Clean Energy Complex. Okay. Yeah, Joseph Quinn is... I was nervous when he was first cast, but I trusted them, and I'm so glad. Oh, I can show... Yeah, let's show the poster. Hold on, let's show the poster. Fantastic Four poster. Thank you for bringing that up, James. No, I don't want the Wikipedia one. Get that out of here. Here we go. Nice high-quality version of it. This is... I gotta say, it's fantastic. Like, it's so simple, but it's so refreshing just to see a picture like this as the poster. It fits the tone perfectly. We get a great look at the vibes, seeing that retro-futuristic aesthetic in the background like that. All those different cities. You get to admire their gorgeous costumes. You get Herbie, which is the only thing that ever matters in the movies. Look at my goat. I'm so glad Herbie's here. Also, that Johnny with him. Oh no! They're all on a magazine. Okay, I thought it was just Johnny, but that's all of them. I'm pretty sure because yeah, Sue, Ben, Reed, Johnny. I love that. The chat is just filled with "say that again" for people watching the VOD right now. Yeah, Spider-Man's a fraud. I'm gonna call him out for that in the Born Again video once I finish editing all that stuff. But like, he's a fraud after that Born Again. So John Malkovich is so confusing in this movie because I thought that he was gonna be playing, I think, what was it, Puppet Master, but it seems like Red Ghost also. So it's really hard to say. I feel like Red Ghost is a safe bet though. It's probably like so low quality. Oh well. But yes, I love that poster. Herbie should be the main character of the MCU, honestly. Where's my Herbie spinoff? Q asks, when he says I stretch the boundary of space, I think maybe he stretched it by meaning the Council of Reeds. Interesting. I think he's definitely going to be opening the multiverse. But I don't think we're going to see the Council of Reeds quite yet. But yeah, back on the while we're talking about the Spider-Man topic, it's crazy how Sony has just like completely steamrolled any ideas that we could have that would be cool if we saw. Also, 83 people watching. That is 4 times like the maximum amount I've had, which is crazy. So thank you all for being here. But I'm so mad that Sony has steamrolled any ideas we've had about that Spider-Man Daredevil team up because he would fit so well in after that finale. I Am Groot with Herbie is a great idea. Oh, I love that. Give me all the Herbie spinoffs. Also, I'd like to add that I've been streaming for like 10 minutes and we're 20 seconds into the video. Who's going to be scarier, the Void or Galactus? I think the Void, because I think Galactus is going to be chill. In like a fun way. If that makes no sense, but I think he's going to be chill. Miles Teller should come back as the Maker, absolutely. Look at this. Again, visual aids. Nope. I didn't want to look up his real... No, honestly, Mr. Fantastic. Like, he'd be a great Maker. Just bring him back. Make him have that stupid helmet on his head. Look at this. I love people who edit this stuff. The vision is clear. It fits so well, especially because that awful Fantastic movie is basically... like loosely Ultimate based. God, I hate this movie. I hope Elektra appears in season 2 of Daredevil. Yes, please. I'm just gonna, every time I see someone say that again, we're gonna cut to this. It's just gonna be here in the background. I mean, his version... Yeah. Oh, the retro-futuristic universe is absolutely cooked. Who are you looking... Are you looking more forward to Ironheart or Wonder Man? While I think Ironheart has a really interesting premise, definitely Wonder Man, just because I love the idea of a Hollywood sitcom. Boom, say that again. I'm not going to do that bit anymore. Don't tell me I have to review that Fantastic movie for the 10th anniversary. I'd rather kill myself. What are my thoughts on the final Thunderbolts trailer? I think it... Don't... Stop looking at the WWE and the bookmarks. My thought on the final Thunderbolts trailer is that it looks really good. I can't believe how much that movie is just winning me over more and more. I just pull it up too. There's one moment I really love. Thunderbolts. That's not it. Final trailer. Look at this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This has already gone off the rails, this stream. Somebody said this is my first stream. This is my first stream that isn't just me playing Marvel Rivals and getting my ass kicked. Yeah, there it is. The best part of this trailer. Let's all look at it together. Playback speed. Hold on. Get ready. Get ready for peak. Oh, I'm doing big build up. There it is. That's the goat. My Ghost propaganda will take effect. I'm going to make sure you're all excited for Ghost by the time this movie starts and ends, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yes, please flood the chat with Ghost praise. Do you think the Fantastic Four will get new costumes when they inevitably arrive in the main? I think so, just because Marvel love to change costumes for toy sales and everything. But these costumes are already perfect. Nope, I don't want to buy them. Stop trying to make... They're trying to sell me things. Like, these costumes are perfect. The only thing I would change is to give Reed white around this part of his collar, just because I think it needs it a little more. But other than that, like, Sue has the quintessential greatest Fantastic Four costume of all time, I think. And I would love to see them keep it in the MCU. If they give him the Future Foundation suits, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I really don't want to see these suits ever go away. Man. Sola's my tribal chief. Your name has aged incredibly well today. I acknowledge you. Not that other fraud. All right. I wonder why Taskmaster isn't going to be in Doomsday. I'll give you a hint. She's dead. She's dead as hell. All right. Oh, Ben is definitely going to rip his shirt open. All right, let me hit play because I've been stalling for so long. We're 20 seconds into this. Hold on, I just realized I have to do something. So, ask questions. The blue and black suits could be good. I personally prefer the white and blue suits because I just think the white and blue is a better combo and they're more bright and hopeful. This optimistic look. But if they want to go the black and blue suits, I get it. ADHD Austria. Yeah, I can't focus on literally anything I'm doing. Any chance we get Tony Masters Taskmaster in the future? I would be shocked if we didn't. It feels like Marvel, unless they're doing some insane subversion with Taskmaster, it feels like they're going to be introducing her, or they're going to be killing off the controversial Taskmaster, only to then like bring in Tony. I don't know how they do it unless they have a Taskmaster program and he's the next person, but I don't know. Okay, here we go. Oh, I can't wait to see Giacchino's entire like score puns. He's so good at that. Odds on Fantastic Four getting Best Original Score Oscar nomination. It would be a crime, but like The Batman didn't get nominated for Best Original Score, so I've lost all faith in the Academy. All right, here we go. Let's. I have read Full Circle once. I need to reread it because I was mostly just looking at the art the entire time because it's breathtaking. But Alex Ross is the GOAT. All right, here we go. For real this time.
Intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them,
like, I don't know, the fact that we have people just crowding around a TV to see the Fantastic Four is so cool. I love that they're celebrities. It's the best choice they've made in this movie so far. Also Herbie. We got Herbie on this TV. It's the best show you could watch right now. Interestingly enough, something I didn't consider, they have footage of them from the house tour every Sunday night, 7 o'clock on the dot, no matter what. So I wonder if they were filming that for some documentary being done on them, and this is what the people are watching now, because it makes sense why the guy was following them. Star Wars Celebration. Hold on. Yeah, Star Wars Celebration is happening right now, by the way. I know was it the Ryan Gosling movie? I know we don't talk about Star Wars on this channel, but if they announce something new, I want to see it. Oh, there's Ryan Gosling. Hello. Hello, Ryan Gosling. All right, now, okay, Star Wars Starfighter. I'm gonna lock in now. I am a mess. All right, here we go. Yes, I do these occasionally. I'm gonna start doing them more. Anytime I can't make a video on something I want to talk about, I'm just gonna go live and talk about things. You can talk about whatever you want in this chat. I mean, not whatever you want, but you know what I mean.
Certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic
Like, this just warms my heart.
Welcome.
You can really tell that they care about making the Fantastic Four done right, and just seeing the love they have for them and that score radiating in the background. Oh my god, it's peak.
The Fantastic
Let me see.
Four.
Let's get what we've all been waiting for. God, this is the money shot right there. This is what it's all about. It's a small detail, but I like how simple and complicated their belts are, where it has this futuristic look to them, but it's done in a way with the panels and the little buttons where it looks so like it's a throwback look. And I just noticed that Ben's has the 4 on it. That's beast. Oh, Ben's has the 4 on his belt because he's going to rip off his shirt at one point, so he still has the 4. That's absolutely what's going to happen, right? But you see what I mean about how, like, just give Reed the white collar here, and I think it balances it out. And I think it balances everything out perfectly. The only reason why I don't think they did that is because it makes it easier to edit and do the CGI when he stretches, which is fair. I understand why. But I just wish that it had the white for design purposes. Do I wish Pedro had shaved? No. Because if you've seen him without a mustache, it looks cursed. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That's not a real person. This is my sleep paralysis demon. I don't like looking at Pedro Pascal without a mustache. I don't know. I can't see. Obviously, let's get rid of the hair for a second. Which, all right, so now he's balding. I don't know. I feel like, to me, he looks more like Reed with the mustache than without the mustache. Yeah, I'm sorry for making you all stare at that for so long. It's absolutely cursed, but the white temples are enough for me. But yeah, Ben is absolutely going to rip off his shirt, and then he's going to have the 4 on the belt buckle here. I mean, yeah, full beard maybe would have worked, because that's a thing Reed has had in the comics, but, like, my whole thing is he does look like Nathan Fillion without the stash. That's actually kind of weird. My whole thing, though, is that, like, people weren't in an uproar when they started drawing Reed with the beard in the comics. Yeah, he loses all of his aura. He's a completely different person. If you want to start reading Fantastic Four, where would you start? This might be a hot take. I recommend with the Ryan North run just because it's currently ongoing and it's recent and you don't have to worry about any of that previous history. And as much as I love Hickman's, there's so much going on there. And it's fantastic. I didn't even mean to do that. Don't say that again. But that just shut my brain down. But yeah, I think Ryan North is a good place to start because the characterization on all 4 of them is just peak, and each individual issue is like a really great high sci-fi concept. While the previous Fantastic Four movies were far from good, what would you say they got right? Chris Evans, Johnny, and Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, I definitely think Johnny was good. I don't think he's the most accurate just because, like, I don't think Johnny is as much of a womanizer as he was portrayed there. But I think characterization-wise, they're almost, like, besides Sue, they're pretty spot on. Reed is a little off, but, like, Ben is pretty good. Johnny's pretty good. It's mostly just the chemistry between the characters that carries those movies. And yeah, Lawrence Fishburne's voice as Silver Surfer is great. Sorry, just reading the chat. Also, Beach Salad. Thank you for being here. You are like the only member on this channel, and I was trying to figure out if I can message you from that way. I can't. But we have a membership thing on the channel. I've never mentioned it before, so I'm shocked you even saw it. So I just want to say, like, personally, thank you for subscribing to the channel and being a member. That's like the coolest thing ever, and I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to be a member. I don't really have any benefits. I need to like actually start doing benefits, but like, shout out to being members. Thank you, Beach Salad. All right, let me press play. I want to live here so bad. It frustrates me that I'm stuck in the worst country ever when like I could be here. This beautiful retro futuristic aesthetic. The colors are so pretty here. I just keep getting lost staring at it. Like the framing of the shot, it just looks so nice. Herbie! That's the goat right there. What is he cooking? Okay, but here's the thing. There we go. I said my catchphrase. Also, I'm okay. I went to look this up earlier. Okay, so was Johnny in this shot in the previous trailer? I don't think so, right? Where is it? Let's see. Can I? Oh, there I am. Look, it's me. It's me. February. No. Oh, the search results are all clouded. Marvel Studios. Oh, it's the teaser. Hold on, it's the teaser, isn't it? There we go. Bum, 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 bum. It was a different angle, right? Like because I know there's a wide shot at one point. Like Herbie swings over. Yeah, okay, so he's probably just in the background over there, and we didn't actually get to see him. That makes sense. Is this guy good or what? That's my thing impression. I was thinking of this shot. Okay. That's a stupid tangent. Sorry, everyone. See what I mean, though, going back and forth. Okay. The whole shebang live reacts to whole shebang. Let's do that. Let's go for it. Also, I can only have like 5 chat messages up at once. But I saw somebody ask something about if I'm going to do a Thunderbolts video. If you want to just send that again, I would appreciate it. I want to answer your question, but I can't see more than one. Although all movies will likely be good, are you more excited for Superman, Fantastic Four, or Thunderbolts? Definitely Fantastic Four. I think Thunderbolts is going to be great. I think Superman is going to be great. But I've wanted to see a good Fantastic Four movie my entire life. And the fact that it's just around the corner. Okay, I'm going to get sidetracked in. It makes me so excited. The stream is going to be 44 hours long. I know. My original thought was like, oh, I'll just do a quick hour, maybe hour and a half, 2-hour stream. It's been 30 minutes and I'm 40 seconds into this. Do the math. Are you going to do a final Thunderbolts trailer video? Probably not. We can talk about that here tonight if you want to. Go through this after. Any thoughts on Jurassic World Rebirth? Not really, honestly. I still haven't seen Fallen Kingdom or Dominion. But I'll watch this one. I think it's what Gareth Edwards directing, ScarJo starring. Like, it seems good. Eating dinner while watching this? Let's go. On the dot, no matter what. Welcome to family dinner, everyone. Okay.
Okay.
It's a small detail, but like I love when he claps and the rocks, like, it just sounds like rocks clapping. It shouldn't be a big deal, but it makes him feel fully realized in this world. Also, I love how small Herbie is in this shot. He's just a little guy. And I don't know if you can actually see it in this angle. But Johnny's on the back of that cereal box. They showed it in the trailer they did earlier in the week. Not the trailer, the Sunday night when they released the teaser. Yes, I love Herbie's little smile of buttons. He has this perpetual smile and it's adorable. with like the little holes in the glass into the knobs. Do I think they're going to keep the rivalry between Victor and Reed intact? God, I don't know. It depends on what they do with Doom in Doomsday, and that's a whole different conversation. Ah! Thank you, Nona, for the $2. That is so kind of you. Genuinely, you don't have to do that. Nobody has to donate or do anything. I'm just here for the vibes. I don't want to start editing the Daredevil video because it's going to be very daunting. So this is a fun distraction for me. I would hope to be able to stream like this more often. My ideal pitch, I say this every stream, but my ideal goal is to do 1 video a week and 1 stream per week. I think that'd be really fun. But we'll see about that. Wait a second.
Okay.
I didn't even know. I was so locked in. Say that again. Say that again. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. He said the line. Everybody, let's go. Round of applause, everyone. Genuinely, when I was watching that this morning, and he said, "Say that," and he said this when he said this is fantastic, I dropped my phone. I was so excited hearing that. Let's see. Who would you cast as MCU Rogue? Great question. My original thought was Keke Palmer, but after, she seemed to. There was a lot of stuff on her on Twitter recently where they revealed some stuff about her. So, no, I've moved on from that. I'm leaning towards 2 names right now. Margaret Qualley was the rumored name, and it's very boring. But the second I heard that, I thought it'd be a great casting choice. And then the other one I saw mentioned a little bit is Liz Gillies. I saw an edit of her with the streak in the hair, and I kind of fell in love with the idea of it. Like this, I saw this edit, and I said, okay, yeah, I see the vision. So I'm fully on board with either of those 2. But also, I suck at fan casting. So if you can think of literally any fan casting, I'll probably be on board with it because I'm just not good at coming up with original ideas. Somebody asked who my favorite member of the Fantastic Four is. It's Herbie. I just mistimed that. Here's the thing. I love the Thing. He's my GOAT. I slip his name into every single video because I can. It's between him and Reed. I give the edge to Ben, though, just because I think the tragedy of it is really fun. That's sadistic, but it's Ben. Mikey Madsen Rogue. I haven't considered that before. Sophie Thatcher as Rogue. Okay, those are some good names. Julia Butters as Kitty Pryde. I honestly don't know who that is. Okay, I can see the vision. My favorite member is the Fantastic Car. Let's go. Now I gotta get past this moment. Is this?
Fantastic.
That's fantastic. I missed it. I keep missing the moment I'm trying to screenshot. Yeah, look at that. Look at the back of the box. He's got his own cereal. Johnny, I think that's the Jack Kirby pinup art right there, which goes crazy. Yeah, there it is. Don't say Robert Downey Jr. is Storm. They've already gotten away with it too much. We can't have him play another person of color. Need that Vision Disney Plus show ASAP. They're filming right now. Vision Quest. We're not going to make it past this scene. You're probably right. Vision Quest is filming right now. There's like one set photo of a town, so that's fun.
You're late.
What do you mean?
The fear in Sue's eyes when she says, "What do you read?" because she thinks Johnny knows her cycle is maybe it's such a funny joke. It's one of the funniest jokes in like the last year in the MCU. And Reed's genuine like shock on his face. Just their mannerisms are so good here. Do I think Doom is going to be in this movie? Probably as a post-credit scene. Favorite comic book villain of all time? You guys aren't gonna like this, but my answer is honestly, it's honestly Mysterio. I love Mysterio so much. Do you think Human Torch will have the lines when he flames on? Well, here's the thing about that. Human Torch 4 Day. When they released this poster, they very much so made it seem like he would have the lines on his costume. If you look here, why is that so small? Okay. That's cool. I can't type. So I want them to carry it over. I would be shocked if they didn't. Yeah, see right there? Like, the way it blends with the lines on the costume looks so good. Mine is Wilson Bethel Bullseye. Very good timing for that. You must be thriving right now. But if they can find a way to pull this off practically, I would be so happy. Craven, great shout. Condiment King, yes, that's the correct answer. I take back what I said about Mysterio. It's Condiment King. I need to lean into Condiment King all the way. And yeah, I definitely agree. Pedro's take on Reed, we only get a little bit of him, but like, you can already tell the guilt he feels in this, and that is exactly what I want to see in my Reed. Kingpin and Thanos, those are great shouts. It's been a while since I did like a list video, but I want to do lists on all that, like favorite villains, favorite heroes, favorite MCU specific stuff. Like, there's so many different ideas you can go with that. Maybe we do streams like that, honestly. Maybe I can get like a tier list maker and I do a big tier list ranking stream. That could be a fun idea. That saves me from having to spend hours doing that stuff. Practically light Johnny on fire. That's a good idea, actually. Green Goblin's GOAT. Yeah, that's fate. I love villains who are just in it for the love of the game. Where does Doctor Doom rate on that list? High, obviously, because he's Doctor Doom, and I love how petty he is. I wouldn't be... Probably in the top 10. Closer to the top 5. Yes, we need to see Reed as this wholesome nerd. Absolutely. They really need to lean into that in this movie. If you look up the set photos, Solo's my tribal chief, Bullseye does have that same suit in Season 2. Just they added the Bullseye logo on the forehead and made the texture look better. That's a very good point. People have this... People who are definitely racist have this problem that Pedro is a Latino. But yeah, they praise Jessica Alba's Sue. She also is. They just covered her up and tried to whitewash her, and it's terrible. Oh my god, the chat is moving too fast. Thank you all. Thank you all for talking so much. I was really scared nobody would be here. I need to open it on my phone so I can scroll up and see all those questions. I don't know what to say in the chat. Just being here is enough. Have I been watching The Last of Us? No. I watched the first season, but I haven't been able to jump into the second season because of this Daredevil video consuming my life. I've been writing it for like the last week. By the way, the script for the Daredevil video is 15,000 words. So buckle up for that. Reverse Flash, biggest hater of all time? Absolutely. There it is. There's the question I was looking for. Would I ever make a video on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. being the best Marvel show and why it's canon? I have a thumbnail made from the week I started making videos. Let me see if I can find it. That is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah. I was going to make a video all about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Look at this thumbnail I made week 1. It has been saved on my drive for so long. So yes, I will be making an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video one day. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I've been saving that for so long. All right, let's get back to the trailer.
What do you mean, what do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
I just love the reaction. And then Ben figuring it out.
I just said that.
Sue's shocked reaction. Reed is just kind of lost in the sauce.
Are you pregnant? What?
I don't know. It's I like that Ben is able to figure out while Johnny's completely taken by surprise, doesn't even know his own sister. This scene, I feel like, has completely changed the public's perception on how good Joseph Quinn is as the Human Torch. Like, let me play it in full for a second because he's so good here.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world.
His mannerism.
Best
This.
dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth.
That's the most Johnny thing I've ever seen. And I love that he immediately says that he and Ben are going to be uncles. Like, oh, this interaction is everything to me. I definitely agree. The one problem I have is that Johnny's hair is a little flat. It fits for the 60s Johnny Storm aesthetic they're going for. If you look at how he used to look, I get why they did it. You could, but like, oh, there's the picture that's on the back of the box. Like, I get what they're going for, but yeah, that I don't love it. It needs to be a bit more chaotic. Yeah, a bit charisma. Just add some charisma to his hair. I don't hate it. I think it looks good, but I think that it needs a little more. Because, yeah, somebody said it's flat, and that's right. What is Ben Grimm's relationship towards Reed Richards? They are childhood friends. That is a 2D drawing. That's true. I didn't consider that.
Uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
They're bringing real romance back to the MCU here. Reed and Sue, I cannot wait to see Pedro and Vanessa together like this, because if you've seen the interview clips of them, they are glued to the hip. They are in love with each other. And I feel like it's been so long since we've had a defining romance in the MCU. I genuinely can't wait to see. Like, I'm trying to think back. What is, like, the last proper romance we've seen in the MCU? Brave New World didn't have anything. Daredevil, like, Matt and Heather isn't, like, a big romance. It's been a while since we've had romance in the MCU, so I'm glad that, like, Reed and Sue are the focal point of this trailer. Peggy and Steve's, yeah, I guess Peggy and Steve is the last, like, big MCU defining romance. Tony and Pepper, that's true. That was a big one. Hulk and Nat, we don't talk about that ever. And we know we will never talk about that. Eternals, that's true. Peter and Gamora. Yeah, Peter and Gamora, but they didn't have like a happy ending, you know what I mean? Peter and Gamora was destined to, like, they died. Gamora died. Franklin and Secret Wars would be really cool. Wanda and Vision, yeah, that's true. These are all good shouts. It's probably Wanda and Vision then, but again, like, they want us to think that they're dead. There's not like an ongoing romance in the MCU, if that makes sense. Hawkeye and his wife, I guess, but we don't ever get to see Laura become a character. Peter and Ned, now we're talking. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, I like the idea for giving Johnny Rudy Pankow hair. Hank and Janet, that's true. But again, like, they are not a focal point. Thoughts on Franklin on the Young Avengers? Not a bad idea, but I prefer to get like a traditional Young Avengers roster first. Tony and his reflection. Christine and that's not English. Christine and Strange was definitely a good shout. That was one I was thinking of too. But I also feel like the whole point of Multiverse of Madness is for Strange to move on. You know what I mean? Jessica and Luke, yeah, alright. But we need them back from the void. They're just gone forever. Coulson and May, there we go. Deadpool and Wolverine. Now we're talking. Do you think Pedro Pascal's role as Reed Richards is going to improve? I don't know if it'll necessarily improve his acting career, because he's probably like the most booked actor of all time. He's in a new movie like every single week. Kingpin and Vanessa is honestly a good shout, because they are like a long-lasting relationship. They should cast me as Gambit. Yeah, let's... Cheese Steve's balls is Gambit. You heard it here first. Kate and Elena, yes, please. All right, let's unplay. Unplay? That's not a word. Let's unpause this and keep going. All right, I know it's been a second, but like, look at that set design. This is a bathroom. Also, I kind of like that they all have their own mirror station, it seems like. Or at least not... Like, Sue has her little vanity over here. Then you have, like, the main sinks. I'm reading way too into this, but, like, the set design is so satisfying to look at. Did anyone mention that people are taking refuge? It's subterranean at 148? I have not known that. Okay, we're gonna... 148. Everybody remember 148. That's a bathroom. Yeah, I think this is a bathroom. You can see the toothbrushes in the walls, the mirrors, the shower. I wonder what he meant by stretch the boundaries of space. I think that means it's a multiverse tease. All right, here we go. Can it be July yet? So, what do we think this is? Because obviously later on in the trailer, which we'll get to, we see the Silver Surfer flying through this cloud. So you think this is like Galactus' first attack, maybe? Because Ben isn't... They're in this same outfit later on, I think. Hold on. Oh, here's Times Square. I mentioned that earlier. Boom, there we go. I knew we saw Times Square somewhere. Even Times Square. Look at the big TV they have in Times Square. That looks so cool. Hold on. That reminded me. Fantastic for set photos TV. Like, this is... This. I don't know. Maybe this is just me, but I love comparing before and after just to see how much work goes into making these sets. Like, this is the practical set here that we're seeing... And then this is it in the actual movie. It's so cool that there's so much work that goes into this, and you can't even tell because of how... Like, this is the kind of CGI that doesn't get talked about enough. Where if you told me they just CGI'd over regular New York City, I would believe you. But no, the vast majority of this is CGI, while they just built off of this Times Square set. That's crazy to me. I hope that they do bring the Watcher into this. It'd be so cool to recreate that comic moment and have the Watcher show up to warn the Fantastic Four. He's already breaking his oath. They explained that in What If, and it'd be kind of funny if What If became important to the MCU like that. Let me press play, because the Silver Surfer's here, and I'm taking my time talking about TVs.
Protectors of this world.
Infinite aura, by the way. I don't know, this is just such a cool shot. This, okay, so as I was talking about before, they come straight from wherever they are to the center of the city at Times Square. And Ben has that shit on, by the way. Look at that's drip. That's the coolest anyone will ever look. He's stanced up and everything. I need that skin in Marvel Rivals yesterday. Also, you can see Stu's pregnant here. That's cool. Yeah, we don't talk about What If Season 3. It's got some high points, but it's got some low points too. Thing has too much aura. He's aura farming right now. Everybody else is concerned about the city. He's aura farming. When we see them all get into the Fantastic Car as Johnny flies next to them, I'm going to lose my mind. I can't stop looking at how drippy he is.
Yes, we are.
Reed is always so socially awkward in this movie. Sue is always doing the talking for him, and I love that. They have that kind of energy where, like, his order gets messed up, and she's going to go tell them about it, if that makes any sense to anybody. People are already criticizing this. Yeah, let's get to Silver Surfer so we can talk all about the CGI. There we go. Literally has one frame. Hello, oomph. Also, yes, I do love that Reed. As far as I'm concerned, Reed Richards is basically autistic, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. I think it's really cool representation, and they 100% should do that. Yes, he said no pickles. That's exactly the kind of energy they have together. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for pointing that out. So let's talk about the Silver Surfer. People who think this is a gender swap drive me crazy, but also it's an alternate universe thing. This universe is very clearly going to be destroyed. They're going to just introduce Norrin Radd as the Silver Surfer as the main MCU 616. There's one, Keyshawn wants to know if 616 Reed is autistic. There's one panel where he says he self-diagnosed himself as autistic. 130 is the timestamp we're looking for. Thank you. But I don't know if that's canon or not. I've never been able to find the context for what that panel is. But let's talk about the Silver Surfer. I don't see the problem here. Like, I think in the face, it's a little bit... I think it's in the movement of the face. It just looks uncanny because it's a person in full silver. But I don't see a problem with it. It's just like in the little movements. Because we're used to seeing the Silver Surfer as this, like, fully gray bald guy. So now we see someone with... I think a more expressive face and hair like running down the body. And it's just different. But yeah, like Shala Bal is who this is. And she became the Silver Surfer in the comics. Is Google going to be flooded with the results of her from the movie? Okay. So yeah, there's like, it's a very small story, but she has became the Silver Surfer in the comics. So it's not like they're replacing Norrin. They're just adapting a different character in a new way. And yeah, I think the thing about the hair I was trying to get to is it needs a little more volume. It's very matted down, like people are saying. If they could have found a way to... Well, here's the thing. Oh my god. This is just how I talk, by the way. It's hard to do that hair because it looks gorgeous in art, but how do you do that in practicality? Like, yeah, like how do you do it when she flies? Does it stay in one place? Does it flow like hair would? Is it like a liquidy type thing? I don't know how they would do that big of hair. So like it looks great on the page, but in live action I understand why they had to do this. But yeah, exactly. Norrin Radd's wife is Shala Bal, so in this universe, Norrin is the one that dies while she survives. And then in the MCU, they can just have it so it's the regular Norrin we all know and love. I don't understand why people have such an issue with different interpretations and stuff like that. And it immediately sets it apart from the Rise of the Silver Surfer movie we've had before. And yeah, it cements it as an alternate universe away from the MCU. Exactly. Like, if you see that, you're going to know, oh, this is taking place in a new universe. They're doing a different character. It's just another way to differentiate it so that when they do merge the universes and they pop over, you can see all the differences. I could rant about that forever. But the thing is, like, ranting about takes like that, it's like you're talking to a wall. These people don't want to hear anything else. They've convinced themselves that it's some agenda and it's just a new take. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. People just see women and they feel threatened. And they're like, oh, MCU. It's like, man, I wish it was the MCU. There's only 5 women announced for Doomsday. What are we doing here? I just... You know what I mean? People are annoying. And because of that, we can't have nice things. I just needed to take a second to calm down. People just be saying anything nowadays. Alright, somebody said it's time to start gooning for the Silver Surfer. I think that's my cue to unpause.
For death.
And then, yeah, I was right. They do have the whole chase scene. And then Johnny's... I like that Johnny's flames cut out when he leaves the atmosphere. You see it burn out. And the little effect when he grabs the board, you see this, like, the waves. I don't know. It's just such a cool effect. I love little attentions to detail like that. Hold on, I'm moving on too quickly. We're still talking about the other thing. But yeah, it's like if Batgirl came out and they thought they'd gender swap Batman. Exactly. It's just people being ignorant. Yes, thank you. 138, 141. There's some happening. She goes through that. Wait, what? I didn't even notice she goes through the helicopter.
Your planet is now marked for death.
What? That's sick.
Yes, we are. Your planet is now marked for death.
That's so cool. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Also, if you look over here, Westview Appliance Technologies, that's a fun little Easter egg. Matt Shackman, the director of WandaVision. I like that he's kind of referencing his own work there. Attack of the Fungus on the billboard could be a Last of Us reference for Pedro. Oh! Okay. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole here. You see this bus here? This blue bus. Pay attention to that. Also, look at Ben. He's still aura farming over there. This blue bus. People were exploring underground and found the Fantastic Four set completely abandoned. Go away, Reddit. Like, this is insane to me. Explorers just found the Fantastic Four set abandoned under there, including that bus. First of all, if they're just leaving it behind, can I have that? I really want that. Somebody said in the chat, it's not about gender swapping for me, but why not use Rad instead? I think it's just to differentiate this as a separate universe. I also saw a theory somebody said that what if, because apparently the rumor is that there's only one Galactus in the multiverse, that what if Norrin already betrayed Galactus in the MCU 616 universe? So as punishment, he took his wife in another universe or something like that. Or maybe like he took his wife in that universe. So in this timeline, maybe Norrin Rad protected 616 MCU. And then as punishment, he took his wife and went to another universe, something like that. I don't know. But that's just my theory. Not my theory. That's a theory I saw, which could be interesting. But like, isn't it crazy that it's just here? There's just a subterraneous set that's built that just has the bus in it. And I don't like that I can't have it. Like, that's sick. So I wonder if, yeah, the opening act is maybe the Mole Man invasion and he takes a bunch of the city underground. Because, like, this would be... Imagine walking into this not knowing who the Fantastic Four is. That's crazy. And then you just see that bus there, so it makes me wonder, like, what's the correlation? Yeah, maybe Mole Man is just real, honestly. It's not a set. Marvel just happened to be making a documentary about the Fantastic Four. Yeah, the Doomsday Chair thing is a really weird discourse because, like, people complained it was egregious or self-indulgent, but people watched it the whole day. It worked as marketing. You had people talking about Doomsday for 6 hours straight. It was effective. All right, here we go. Let's get past this frame for once. Like, look at that. The little waves as she touches the board.
My fault.
And then this gorgeous shot. And then maybe the hardest line of the trailer of "It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space." That goes crazy. I definitely think that's Pedro. I definitely think that's Reed breaking the multiverse and cracking that, like, open, if that makes sense. Maybe we see him build the bridge, and that's how it gets a Doomsday. Maybe, like, the post-credit scene of this is Reed building... Maybe... All right, let me try again. Maybe, like, opening scene is this as a montage, and then we see inciting incident is Reed building the bridge, and then that alerts Galactus as something. And then from there, we get the follow-up to the bridge in the post-credit scene. He opens up the universe, and we see him go to the MCU or something. I don't know. But I feel like this stretch the bounds of space line is going to be important. I would 100% watch another Doomsday Chair stream. I got no work done that day. Genuinely. I'm shocked I still have a job. What else stretches Reed? They don't call him Reed any size you need Richards for nothing.
To space.
Oh, I just... I was not expecting to fall so quickly. Immediately after I unpaused like that. Hold on. Let me just...
Space.
From that cinematic just shot to just him dying.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space.
I want to see this shot here. Look at how miserable he looks. He looks like he's having the worst time of his life, and that is the mark of any good Reed Richards. I think that Ian's take on Reed has that kind of quirkiness you want with Reed, but it was missing that fundamental guilt that fuels him as a character. And seeing it here, just in the trailer, you can see the stress this is taking on him as the smartest man in the universe, unable to figure out what's going on, realizing that this is all his fault. And that is incredible to me. I feel like a terrible person for this, but seeing characters like Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Mr. Fantastic having the worst time of their life is the best thing ever for me. I love when all these characters are suffering. I want them to suffer more. Sorry. My bad. But yeah, I also like that the Fantastic Four are the only heroes on this earth. it's a really interesting change to kind of put them at the forefront. And I know a lot of people want to see them cross over. It's the whole point of Marvel getting the Fantastic Four rights is to put them with the MCU and let us see those characters interact. But I don't have a problem waiting a little bit longer for that. And also, like, a big complaint of the multiverse saga is people are saying that they're not making movies in different universes. So there you go. We got a Fantastic Four movie set in another universe. Yeah, Reed is so relatable, though. I'd be a great Spider-Man comic writer. Probably. Just because I'd make him as miserable as possible, and then the book would stop selling. Let's bring in Paul 2. Challengers, but it's 2 Pauls. Yes, that we need this. Okay, I have a whole pitch in my head. I'll probably make a video about this one day, but obviously every MCU Spider-Man movie contractually has to have a superhero from the MCU in it. So, hypothetically speaking, let's say we get a Daredevil movie one day. Another one should be a Johnny Storm and Spider-Man team up. It would be perfect. Or like even just a Fantastic Four and Spider-Man movie. Like, it'd be so cool if they just did that. Or even it's like a special presentation. Just like a Future Foundation special presentation would go crazy. Also, thank you, Angel. I appreciate the kind words. All right, enough looking at how miserable he is. Okay, here we go. There's the shot we've been waiting for. I did not notice this. I did not realize that they're all taking refuge in Subterranea. Chad, is this the Mole Man? Is that Mole Man standing on top of something back there? Or am I going insane? He looks like he's a businessman in a hat, but like it's the only person I can see standing out. Maybe they have to... Okay, so that's where the bus comes in. So they all do get sucked down here. Interesting. Huh. So I missed this completely all the times I watched it. Because I was thinking about how sad Reed is. And well, wait. Well, announcer guy from the beginning. Where am I looking for announcer guy from the beginning? The interviewer. Interesting. Hold on, let me look if there's any other shots after this. No, it doesn't look like there's any. You gotta go, your phone's gonna die. Go charge your phone, Mr. Random. Take care of yourself. Oh god, I accidentally lost the chat. Chat, where did you go? I'm lost without you. No. No. Come back. There we go. Alright, let's unpause. If you look closely right here, Daredevil Born Again reference, Mayor Fisk blackout, fascism, all that fun stuff. That's a stupid joke. Flashbang. Okay. Future Foundation. So this is what has been interesting me a lot, because the Fantastic Four have 3 different suits in this movie. There's the beginning spacesuits they go on their first adventure with. There's their costumes we see. We can't hit 150 people watching. It's just jumped down to 107, but... but, like, if you look here, they get a second round of suits at this section. Or a third suit. Wait, Natasha Lyonne is in this shot? Where? Hold on. Where's Natasha Lyonne? Am I blind? Where's Natasha Lyonne? Or the next one? Oh.
Are we safe?
Is that her? I genuinely can't tell if that's her. It's a redhead, but the face shape looks different to me. Look at how sad he is. The fact that he says he doesn't know should be the biggest concern ever. Also, look at how beautiful the Thing's brow is. God, I love it.
I don't know.
I love his voice. Oh yeah, they're probably launching to go negotiate with Galactus in space.
Are we safe? I don't know.
I'd like that he's like not lying to them either. He genuinely doesn't know. Like other superheroes would probably be like, "Yeah, you're safe. Don't worry about it." But like, I like that he genuinely is just telling the truth, to not lie to them. He wants them to know that they're not safe. Oh, what if he does get the ultimate nullifier? I want the ultimate nullifier in the film. And then look at this. All his formulas and I hope to God we get a montage of him solving equations all night long. We see the sun rising in the background and such. And then we see him like stretching along his board to write across it. That will be like the shot of the century. And I love how this is lit, by the way, with that one spotlight on him. Yeah, Reed Richards not knowing is the scariest thing ever.
There's not enough time.
Also, like, look at how gorgeous this lab is. The little computers on those balls, the papers printing out behind him, the suit, like, everything about this is so pretty. So this is a crazy shot that they just throw in there, right? With that ship and everything, like, I honestly don't know what's happening. Are they showing us the end of the movie with Galactus destroying the Earth? Is this another planet? Like, what is happening here? I don't think they would show us the Earth getting destroyed in this. And that ship doesn't look like a Fantastic Four ship, but I don't know. Like, the colors are. Galactus draining resources, maybe, yeah. I have no, like, this is the one thing in the trailer I've not been able to, like, actually get any grasp on. The most obvious thing is it's just the Earth being destroyed, but I don't know. The moon being, there's too much water. That's why I thought, yeah, Solo's my tribal chief. I also thought it could be a vision, but, like, what is the ship doing there? Is it a vision of them? And it's going towards the planet, yeah. Maybe this is what the Fantastic Four launch into space for. Maybe they go and find Galactus as he's destroying another planet.
There's not enough time.
Also, look, they're building Franklin's crib. And again, like, set design, lighting. This looks so pretty. The uses of the oranges and the blues. Ugh, it's gorgeous. The contrast. Silhouette shots like that. Don't say, what if that's Cloud Galactus? I don't ever want to think about that ever again. How long do I think this movie is going to be? I'm going to go with a tight 2:20. 2 hours, 20 minutes. All right.
Not giving up.
Aw. God, this shot is so cool. I love the sense of scale and just how big he actually is. And, like, look at how that car looks when it transforms and everything unfolds, and just all of them casually standing around in their costumes. The streets are so empty, though, so maybe they are all underground at this point. But there's the TV from the set I pointed out earlier. Yeah, the Galactus is 100% going to be ruined by toy leaks. It's going to be so upsetting, but at most just show us his face or something, but don't ever give us like a full body shot of Galactus. Man, look at how good those costumes look. Just like look at Sue's in the background. That is the best costume of all time. It's up there with like maybe my top, like it's top 3, I think. Oh, you think that planet is from the bridge that Reed is using? Interesting. Maybe Reed goes to another planet to see what Galactus is all about?
Face this together.
Like, that shot goes hard. I think this is the birth of the Silver Surfer, honestly. Because, like, what... She's rising up from this metal pouring, like, hot metal.
We will face this together.
It gives me Terminator vibes. Like, reversed that one Terminator shot of him falling into the vat. But I think this is the birth of the Silver Surfer here. Because look at how cosmic that background looks. What are my top 3 costumes? Oh, God, I made a video on this, but... It's Sam Wilson, Captain America from the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What else did I say? I don't even remember what I said. I'm a fraud. We'll say Sue. And Spider-Man No Way Home ending. Every single shot we see the Silver Surfer is cold. Excuse me, she's clearly warm here. What are you talking about? Maybe it's Miles Teller's world, and Reed is watching, saying, that's not fantastic, and then Miles Teller dies saying, say that again. Peak cinema. That's that real cinema right there. Also, I think Sue looks like she was crying in this shot. So I have no idea what's happening here. But I love the set design again. But, like, stop making Sue cry. Oh, this is an even better shot of that set I showed you guys earlier. Let's pull it up again. I know, I love comparing this. Boom. Like, look at that. And then look at that. That. Like, I don't know. I just think that's cool. Yes, Sue Storm is like... she's the kind of pretty where you put her picture in a locket when you go to war and you stare at that for motivation pretty. You know what I mean? Why is the quality so low, man? Oh, I don't have YouTube. Okay, whatever.
As a family.
This is maybe my favorite shot in the trailer. The Silver Surfer surfing on a storm cloud is the coolest thing to ever happen, I think. Like, look at this. Just aura farming.
As a family.
Look at that. That's so cool. I'm glad that she's actually using the board as an actual surfboard and not just, like, flying around on it as if it's some hovercraft. Looks so cool. Fart Cloud Galactus, no. No. And then I'm so glad we have confirmation that Ben's going to be without the shirt at one point. This design is gorgeous, man. This is, like, as an actual character design, not talking about costumes, this is the best any character has ever been translated into live action. It honestly impresses me just how much they nailed it. And seeing the way the water reflects on his rock body is so cool. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It looks like an Alex Ross painting come to life. Have to admit, I've never liked Herbie, but seeing him in this trailer, it was love at first sight. Welcome to the right side of history. Do I think the movie gets Oscar nominations? Probably not. Probably just the pity CGI one they usually give superhero movies. It's annoying. Even though it should be, like, at least score. Opening montage. Yeah, this has to be during the opening montage. If the day we finally get to see the Hulk and Thing fight each other, I'm ripping my shirt off in the cinema, and I'm going to get kicked out as if I said chicken jockey or whatever. It's going to be a historic day. Like, look at that, man. Also, like, going back to save a toy of the Thing, he's so loved in this universe. And what if she just dies here? What if they kill this kid? What if Galactus steps on this kid? I feel like we have to talk about what happens. Is she dead? Don't say I am Reed. No, we have to. No, we can't go into Minecraft movie brain rot right now. I don't have any audio. I want audio. Give me the audio. Let me hear that score.
Has to be us.
I love the piano here. It's so somber. Also,
Has to be us.
interestingly enough, I'm bad at pausing. You can tell I've never done this before. This is taking place right after their interview. So, like, I wonder what happens that makes them have to leave the interview that I assume opens the movie. Maybe this is like an opening movie, like the film opens with a mole man attack or something, then they leave the interview to go fight the mole man. Maybe this is... No, it's not Galactus or Silver Surfer, I don't think. Because there are different outfits when we see that. But I don't know, I just love seeing Johnny Flame on. This is a Marvel Rivals reference. He does this in Marvel Rivals. Look at that. Look at that stretching. That's what I'm talking about. There were some people who were genuinely concerned that Reed wasn't going to stretch in this movie, and I can't fathom for the life of me if you actually thought that. Like, come on. One detail I really like here is his rib cage is completely intact as his skin stretches around it, and I think it is such a disgusting visual, and that is exactly what I want to see from my Reed Richards stretching. It needs to be the most weird, uncanny looking effects. Oh my god. Do we think he has the ultimate nullifier here? Because Galactus is in the background. He's just destroying that building. Reed is going towards him. Maybe the ultimate nullifier is like a needle in this, because it's just like a gun in the comics, I'm pretty sure. But this looks more pointed, so ultimate nullifier. Yeah, like the ultimate nullifier, it looks like a gun. Weird looking gun, but you know what I mean? So that's not... It's a different design, but maybe ultimate nullifier is a needle and Reed has to inject him with it. But like even in the comics, the ultimate nullifier is never really properly used. He just kind of threatens him with it. But I would love if that's the ultimate nullifier. That would be interesting if he uses the ultimate nullifier and it fails. They're one shot and it just doesn't work in the slightest. It's just a pipe. Yeah, Reed's ultimate plan is just to beat him to death with a pipe. Yeah, like a javelin type spear thing would be cool for Reed. Oh, look at the stretching effects. They nailed it. I really hope we get to see him do like really weird looking stretching where he pulls his eyeballs out of his head, or he, you know what I mean? Like he turns himself into a hang glider, stuff like that. Don't just let it be he has big arm punch. Let me see him be a goofy, stretchy guy. Let me see him turn into a teapot. This is what we need. We need the Reed pot. If they do this, it will genuinely become the movie of the year for me. Yes, we need Ryan North, Mr. Fantastic. Like this, please. I want to see him do the most disgusting thing ever. I don't... How does Sue, like, take him seriously? Look at that. Look at his eyes. Ryan North, Mr. Fantastic, is so good like this. The way he's drawn... Oh, my God. She was gonna pass out. Someone save her. I love the way I said this in the last video, but like her powers are so cool. Instead of showing them as like just an outline that they do all the time, or like a glowing blue thing, having it be this light infraction is such a cool and inspired idea.
We will protect you.
That's Reed Richards right there. I'm mad they haven't started selling these sweaters yet, by the way. It frustrates me to no end that I can't buy a sweater the second I finish this trailer. Yeah. Yes, that is exactly that meme with Reed where me and the girl I pulled by being autistic. That's exactly him. Oh, I love them so much. Nope. I messed that up. Nope, we need to hear the full Fantastic Four. I'm sorry in advance for how loud this is about to be, but we need to all take a second in and just enjoy this. It's peak. It's peak. It's peak. Michael Giacchino is my GOAT. Best superhero composer of all time. I don't care. Give me any other composer, they are destroyed by a Giacchino. Fantastic Four, The Batman, every single MCU Spider-Man movie, even The Incredibles. Thor Love and Thunder score is still good. Did you do any others? Am I forgetting? Werewolf by Night? Michael Giacchino is just him. He did Sky High? Okay. Dang, I did not know he did Sky High. Oh yeah, he did do Up. Yeah, he made me cry with Up. I didn't know he did what? He might be my favorite composer of all time, unironically. Do I think we'll see Galactus after this movie? Ooh. Yes. I don't know when, but I think we definitely will see him. I like that he did only Cars 2. That's a bizarre choice. Dang, Giacchino's... How much time does he have? Did he do Rogue? No way he did Rogue. He did Rogue One? I did not know that. Let's see the shot we're all looking for. So this shot here, I've seen a lot of people theorizing that we know for a fact that they use miniatures on this movie. Matt Shackman said so in an interview last week. So, like, please tell me that we're about to see... I need to see the behind-the-scenes footage of Ralph Ineson stepping on a giant... stepping on a set as a giant. Like, you just look at this. That's just a guy walking on miniatures. They confirmed and everything. Like, Our boy uses Wikipedia. Don't shame me. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. Just how much detail they did. They confirmed for sure that they built a practical Galactus suit. And it's for stuff like this, I assume, where we're just going to see him walking through the city, destroying things, and it's going to be so satisfying. To think that we went from a cloud to this is the single biggest upgrade of all time. Looks peak isn't even... Like, that's the understatement of the century. This could be, like, the single best movie in the entire MCU. I'm dead serious here. Like, the aesthetic is gorgeous. The cast is phenomenal. The movie just looks really pretty. The score... It all comes down to the story, which I have no issues with at all because everything we've heard sounds incredible. Oh yeah, so it does say 20th Century Studios in the byline. Fun fact, despite Disney owning Fox, it's not like the rights went back to Marvel. Marvel still technically doesn't have the rights to Fantastic Four. It's just that Disney owns Fox and Marvel, so they can sanction it. So every time we see an X-Men movie or a Fantastic Four movie, it's still going to say that it's part of 20th Century Studios, which is weird but it's the only loophole we can get to get movies like this, so I'm happy with it. John Williams Superman and Danny Elfman Batman are very valid. The John Williams Superman score is so good they're still using it to this day. Like in James Gunn's Superman, they're just doing a riff on that. Do I want to expose myself? We're talking about comic book movie, like top 10 best comic book movies of all time. I'd be hard pressed to disagree with that. Hold on, I had an idea. I made a list. I'll show you a little bit of this. I made a list one day of every single comic book movie I've seen, ranked, and I'll probably do another stream going through this one day. But I'll tease you with it now. There's 114 films on this list. To put that into perspective for you. Like, look at this. Look at this. I ranked them all. This movie ruined my life. So I definitely think that Fantastic Four has the potential to be in the top 10. Like, this movie looks like it has the sauce. Yeah, Matt Shackman said they're not going to be doing like any big cameos. There's no Spider-Man or Iron Man in this universe. Logan and Into the Spider-Verse are great choices. Two of the best movies of all time right there. I've not seen Howard the Duck yet. Send that tier list link. I'll send it in the Discord. What do you mean Morbius is not that bad? I need you to just like elaborate on that a little bit, because like, what? You being the only people in the theater to watch Fan Four Stick might be the most humbling experience of them all. Sorry, I guess, yeah, it's not technically a comic book movie. That's why I didn't throw it in there, yeah. Doctor Doom post-credit scene, I fear will happen. Just because they have to set him up before Doomsday. Spider-Man 2, Dark Knight, Logan, Avengers, Endgame, Infinity War. That's valid. I do have a Discord, yes. I've started bringing it up every stream. Let's see. Let's go to the Discord. Look at this. Ooh, we got a Discord. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. None of you saw that. It's okay. Nope. Whole shebangs. Oh god, this is Inception. Discord link in the chat right now. If anyone wants to join, please join. Please. How do you think the movie's going to end? Will it tease them jumping into the main universe, or do you think the movie will go as far as to already have that happen before the credits roll? That's tough. I think that if they didn't have to jump into Doomsday, the movie would end with Earth being destroyed. But the fact that they're going to be jumping into Doomsday, and it looks like they're keeping some sets already built for this film to film on Doomsday, it makes me think that they're not going to destroy the universe here. Maybe, yeah, maybe they follow Doom to the MCU 616. Mask of the Phantasm is incredibly underrated. It'll never get the appreciation it deserves for some reason. Trying to drink water, not into the microphone. Don't let me mute my mic so I can drink. I think that Reed and Victor, they'll tease something. It won't be like a direct thing, but they'll tease that there's a pre-established relationship there. Yeah, if they take don't call it Avengers Goonsday. If they take Doom's mask off in Doomsday, I'm going to be very upset. Yep, that's a good comparison, Solo. Having Galactus act as the Bruce, as this, like, messenger, that would work very well. Sorry, I'm looking at Star Wars news. I got a notification. They're making an action figure of Turgle. If any of you know, I love Turgle. I'm a bad streamer, though. Very bad streamer. Here we go. Why did I just look up at the chat and just see 4 messages with the word goon in it? Yeah, basically, I don't think the planet's going to get destroyed anymore. I'm not locked in. I don't know what I'm doing here. I saw a notification of Pedro in costume as the Mandalorian, and I had to jump at the opportunity to look at it. I don't think we see Norrin yet. I think they might save that for the second movie. Yeah, Secret wasn't Peter. Favorite Fantastic Four run? I always just say Hickman, but I go back and forth with the Ryan North run that's currently ongoing. Yeah, just look at something more appealing while I'm yapping. I don't think they're doing reshoots. I just know that they're working on the film now, so it could be as simple as them doing pickups. But I think the sets are on like location, to where if they were filming on the sets, we'd have seen set photos. Yes, I did look at the poster. I love the poster. I'll look at it again. I'll happily look at it again. So I'm gonna make a 4K edit of it. Fantastic Four poster 4K. Why is nobody making this in 4K? Oh, here we go. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, yeah, Life Story is a good one. Life Story is a good one. I just bought Secret Wars 2015 the other day. I've read it before, but it's been too long. Don't even speak the idea of North Run ending in a bad way into the universe. I don't even want to think about that. Oh. Look at Ben Ara farming. That's the go right there. Look at those blue eyes. Pedro casually mogging. Don't say he's mogging. Nope. Can Reed fight? I need to know if he can fight. That's all. Just hand casually on fire. I love the little 4 on their boots, by the way. Like, that kind of attention to detail is great. I didn't even know it said Herbie on him. Look at that. Oh, no. He looks so sad. Oh, no. Why'd they make Herbie so sad? He had the smile on his face earlier on in the movie, too. I don't know why this is cracking me up so much. Poor Herbie. Nothing to smile about in his life. Yeah, people said that Vanessa is ugly, and it's like, come on, man. That's not even like a valid complaint. Like, what are we talking about here? This is like unironically top 5 posters in the MCU. And it's not 5, 4, or 3. Don't say they're going to kill Herbie in the movie. Don't say they're going to kill Herbie. Yes. It's it's insane to me. Like how I don't know why I said it's insane to me. It would be insane if we didn't see the Fantastic Four all the time. Let me see them in Spider-Man post-credit scenes. Let me see them pop up in a She-Hulk season 2 because I'm still coping. I'd have to look at a whole lineup of their posters if I was going like best posters in the MCU. Oh God, but I'll have to do a stream ranking MCU posters one day. My dream superhero project right now probably because here's the thing. I did it again. Most of my dream projects have already been made. Like Moon Knight, that's a dream project. I guess Moon Knight season 2. Midnight Suns is probably the one I'm thinking of most right now because we've gotten a Constantine show. We've gotten a Constantine movie. So I don't know if it really counts, but like a Constantine show would be great. Booster Gold I love. World's Finest. Yes, that's a good suggestion. World's Finest is the correct answer. A proper Batman and Superman movie where they team up and be friends and hang out. Do you think there's a chance we get a Disney Plus show just for them? I would love that. I would love like an animated Disney Plus Fantastic Four movie. Like imagine a Fantastic Four movie where the whole time, or a show where we get to see what happened previously, like what happened before they became superheroes and all that. Why did none of you tell me there was no... I've been yapping to myself this whole time. I tried to do something cool. I tried to make the Fantastic Four go full screen, and I just completely lost all the audio. My bad, gang. I don't know what I'm doing, but we live and we learn. There we go. I fixed it, so now we have audio on this screen. Well, my B. What's wrong with Jessica Alba Sue Storm? Her characterization is poor. She's just there as a sex object. I don't even know what I'm doing here, man. Genuinely, could you have just heard me before? I don't know. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get too fancy. Did you hear me for all that time when I was talking about Jessica Alba Sue Storm? I'm so sorry. I've ruined the stream. All right, I'll figure that later. later. All right, what was I saying? Animated Fantastic Four show. Yes. So my dream project for the Fantastic Four will be like a animated show in like a 60s cartoon style. And basically what they would do is show us their previous adventures that we missed out on. Let us see from their origin to the montage and first steps. You know what I mean? God, this stream was going so well, and then I tried to get fancy. But Jessica Alba Stu Storm, it's not her as it's not like her as an actress. She's doing her best there, but like they only treat her as a sex object. She's just there because they wanted to like they just strip for some reason. It's annoying. And then they try and whitewash her by giving her contacts and dyeing her hair and lightening her skin. It's upsetting, and she doesn't actually get to be a character ever. Yeah, exactly. Yes, just do Spider-Man freshman year, but the Fantastic Four. %. Do it like that kind of Jack Kirby art style. I think that could be really good. I need to hide this. What does this do? Please tell me that worked. Have I seen the CGI fan animation, The World's Finest Fan Film? I've not seen that. I did not know there's a fan animation between those two. Yeah, like X-Men 97's art style with Fantastic Four would be really good. So I think RDJ is coming back as Iron Man or just Doctor Doom? Ooh, probably some kind of Iron Man variant for a second. Okay, it did work, thank you. I realized I can just go full screen here without trying to make a whole new source in my files. I need to make this as my wallpaper immediately. Thoughts on some fans saying they would have wanted Thing's voice to be a little more gruff. I understand why, because he's a rock man. But me personally, I prefer Ben having a normal voice, I think. This was the first, like, actually seeing a normal voice come out of him makes him a lot more human. And I get why they want him to have a gravelly voice, because he looks like a rock man, and it leans into the whole monster aesthetic. But I like the whole thing of him having a normal voice because it shows that it's entirely just his appearance that people judge, and when you get to know him and talk to him, he actually does sound like a normal guy, and it helps bridge that gap a little more between his insecurities and all that. What do I think about the Daredevil finale? I think it's very good, and that is all I will tell you because I have a very long video. I still have not finished editing the audio for the Daredevil video. To put that into perspective for you, I recorded 48 audio files, and I've edited 36 of them. So tonight I'm going to finish editing the audio. Tomorrow I'm going to start editing the video. I'm going to try and get a decent chunk of it done. I'm going to stay up as late as possible on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to just edit all day long. I'm going to hope to have it out on Monday at this point. Don't say you're going to eat a melon while watching that scene in the finale. That's true. I never understood that point. That Ben is supposed to be Jack Kirby's self-insert and he had a gruff voice. I can understand that point, 100%. Yeah, if you see someone saying that Vanessa is ugly, we just gotta kill them, man. We gotta kill them with rocks. Is this interesting for you, by the way? Would you prefer if I did something? Because, like, it's just a picture of the Fantastic Four as I yap. It's not the most exciting thing compared to me editing videos with a bunch of footage in the background. Listen, what do you think I'm going to be doing during WrestleMania? I'm going to be editing a Daredevil video the entire time. Don't overwork yourself. We'll see how we'll see how that sentiment remains after this week, because the plan is I am going to edit the Daredevil video this weekend, and then immediately on Monday, I'm going to start editing the Thunderbolts video that I need to get out by the end of the week. And then I'm going to have a few days off, thankfully, because then maybe I'll write if I need some time, if I need something to do, I'll write another script. But then from there, I'm going to record, we're going to have the Thunderbolts review, and then I will have some free time as the next video is already done. I really screwed myself by editing the Avengers video ahead of the Thunderbolts video, but it is what it is. What match am I... Oh, we're going to get into Wrestling Discourse? Wrestling Discourse. I'm most excited for John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. I think the story has been really interesting. After that, it's the triple threat between Io, Rhea, and Bianca. Now, I didn't miss the stream. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be going, but we're still here. Do you think Doom could appear and kill Galactus? Ooh. That would be crazy, but I'm going to say no just because I think there's only one Galactus in the multiverse. They're going to keep him alive. How do I think it'll perform at the box office? I think a solid minimum 700 to 800 million. 2026 is Doomsday, Brand New Day, and Supergirl. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. John Cena heel arc does go crazy. I love what they're doing with the Cena heel turn. I never in my life would have expected. Let's just go into Wrestling Discourse. I'm sorry for people who don't know about wrestling. The views are about to drop off like crazy. But I love what they're doing with John Cena's heel turn, and I want him to win the Big 17. It's one Galactus per universe in the comics, but there was a rumor that the MCU will have one Galactus in the entire multiverse. I don't know how accurate that is, but... Clayface, that's true. I forgot about Clayface, because they haven't started filming that yet. Born Again Season 2 in March. Punisher special presentation in 2026. Can't forget about that. John Cena's retiring at the end of the year, yeah. He's on his retirement tour. And he's insulting children on it. They need to do face or heel Cena. God, I gotta start watching wrestling. This is how I gaslight people into watching wrestling. X-Men Season 2, yes! X-Men Season 2. My all-time favorite wrestler, you guys are gonna think I'm silly, but it's Johnny Gargano. That I've met him before, and he's my absolute favorite. Yeah. Face Punk heel Cena Money in the Bank needs to happen. Vision Quest is next year. That's right. They're still filming that now. I don't know if this will be included in the finale video. I don't think I touch on it much, but yeah, I don't touch on it in the video. I think Daredevil will be in like a Spider-Man 5, not Spider-Man 4. Kind of don't want Cena to win the Big 17 as a heel. That's valid. Yeah, I understand. I feel like it would hit like crack if he celebrated as a face rather than as a heel. The stream has gone up 10 viewers since I started talking about wrestling. Is this a sign? Do you think if the planet doesn't get destroyed, people would get mad? No. I mean, people might, but that's their own issues. That's like stupid. Getting mad that your theories didn't happen will always be dumb. Yeah, the DIY heel turn was exciting at first, but then they did nothing with it, and it really annoyed me. Don't say you're going to go unsubscribe and follow him. I'm really excited to see how First Steps tackles the space race. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with Born Again Season 2 being 8 episodes. Because I remember the original plan was 18 episodes and 18 episodes first season. So, like, did they not need that one? Did they cut it? I don't know. But maybe they like spun off the Punisher special presentation out of it, and that's why they cut it out. I don't know. Time to create a second channel that's only about wrestling. I've thought about it. I used to run a blog under the name The Whole Shebang. I think it's still up. And I would write about wrestling and Marvel on it, believe it or not. That's where I got that logo from. You can keep talking about wrestling all you want. As long as people are here to watch, that's fine. My favorite wrestling match of all time is probably either Gargano versus Cole from TakeOver New York, because I saw that in person, or Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai TakeOver Toronto. I'm an NXT nerd through and through. Yes, I do think Born Again will go back to 10-plus episode seasons after season 2. It seems like the first and second season are part of one narrative, and then after that we're going to get back to a status quo for Daredevil where they can go to like a 13-episode season, hopefully. Maybe not 13, but like definitely 10 at least. Kind of a random thought, but do you think we'll see ramifications of Daredevil seasons at least a little bit in Brand New Day or post-credits? I think maybe Brand New Day in a thematic sense where the void Fisk left behind in the criminal empire after Daredevil defeats him, I think will be a big thing explored in Brand New Day, and that's why Mr. Negative rises to power, because Spider-Man is kind of trying to stop this whole crime war from happening, so that's why we can get Spider-Man. Season 3 has not been confirmed for Born Again, by the way, but I think that it's all but confirmed. And yes, I love NXT Black and Gold, my favorite era of wrestling. And yes, Triple H has fumbled the ball completely. I have a theory that Triple H, his booking drastically changed after the TKO sale. If you look at like 2022 SummerSlam to WrestleMania 39, it was near perfect. Not perfect, but like it was incredible. And then they sell to TKO, and the booking style prioritizes star power over anything else. But yeah, he's much better. He's infinitely better than Vince, but I know he can do better. So that was what frustrates me the most, seeing his booking and stuff. All right, we've lost 10 viewers. Nobody wants the wrestling, but I'm happy to talk about it. Do I play 2K as well? Yeah, I have too many hours on that. Yes, I did see the double Ds in the Daredevil suit. Let's go admire the double Ds. Look at this. Look at this. Vincent D'Onofrio, yeah. Sony, he can appear in Sony films. So Sony has the rights to Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, and they decide. So he can appear in a Spider-Man movie as long as they approve it. Dude. Like, come on. Come on. I love seeing these double Ds. Gorgeous. The suit seems to be spray painted. It's something's going on with it. Maybe it's like a stealth suit and that's why it's painted, but you can definitely tell. I think that out of the 4, I do like that they all have different suits, by the way, for the Fantastic Four. I think out of the 4, I like Johnny's the least just because of the balance of white and blue, but I think I like Sue's the best. And I think Reed is good. It just needs a little white around the collar. I get that whole idea about having the double Ds on one side like the Ben Affleck suit does, but I like it in the center like the comics does it. I know it gets a little warped right over here when it goes after when the double Ds go off Charlie's double Ds, but I don't mind it. How do I feel about CM Punk main eventing WrestleMania? I'm happy for him. I don't like that it's during the triple threat. I wish it was him versus like Cody or something rather than a triple threat that feels very ham-fisted together. When he has the full red suit with the double Ds, I'm going to cheer. Yeah, we almost had the Spider-Man Venom movie. And I'm kind of glad we didn't, just because it's not the right time for it. Do I think Bullseye gets his comic suit at the end of Season 2? Yes. End of Season 2, I think he finally gets it. I don't know how they justify it, but I don't need any justification. Just put him in that comic-accurate suit and let his jaw be exposed. Honestly, just take this suit and make it all red. Get rid of these little lines here, and it'll be fine. Do you think they'll expand Daredevil's Rogues Gallery after season 2? Ooh, I hope so. I think that I know Matthew Lillard is joining the cast next season, so maybe they're going to expand it there, but I really do want them to expand it. Exactly, Solo. The main event thing was just kind of like a here, damn, here's your main event, rather than it would have been cool if he had a storyline fighting for that main event and trying to do everything in his power to grasp it. The reason, David, I agree that I wish the Defenders were there in the finale, but the directors said that they want this to be... They wanted the ending to be depressing, and having the Defenders there would feel too optimistic. I definitely think having the random cops there is goofy, because we don't know who they are, and I think it would have been more impactful if it was just like the people we know this season. But yeah, I get why they didn't do the Defenders as cool as it would have been to see them. And I think a lot of the next season's story is going to be him assembling that team. Yeah, this is literally just him spray painting. You can see all the cracks on his suit, and I think it's a cool little design choice. Top 10 heroes to join Daredevil's army. Oh god. Defenders, Colleen, Moon Knight, Spider-Man, Echo, Kate Bishop. Oh, don't say not included Spider-Man. Ms. Marvel. Pay off that seed from the bottle episode. Matthew Lillard, I would think would do. I think he'd do a really good Mr. Fear or Stiltman, but Mr. Fear probably. Yes, I want Kirsten McDuffie to have more next season. I love Kirsten so much. Sony will. I hate Sony. I hate Sony so much. Have I ever mentioned that? Did I like the show? Yeah. I'll tell you that much about Born Again, that I did like Born Again. I think it looks good. And I'm very much so looking forward to seeing more. Young Avengers and Young Avengers would be cool. I didn't think about that aspect of it, but I love me some Young Avengers. Say that again. What do you mean What do you mean we're not going to see? What do you mean? What do you mean we're not going to see Stillman? We need to see Stillman. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, Cherry's a whole work for a character, but yeah, I feel like that could have been a lot for his characterization if he was still mad at Matt. My ranking for all the Daredevil love interests. Great question. Elektra, Kirsten McDuffie, Karen Page. I think She-Hulk's a good like one night stand fling kind of thing. I wouldn't say she's like a long time love interest, but I love their chemistry. White Tiger, yeah, there we go. White Tiger's a good shout. I got a whole... When I wrote this video, the first thing I wrote was the Muse section. Just for context. So, I have a lot of thoughts on Muse. Yeah, I'm a Foggy truther. I think Foggy's alive. I really think Foggy... It's detrimental how much I think Foggy is alive. How long is the video? I will let you guys know in the Discord tonight. I have to edit the audio still. I've not finished editing the audio because there's so much of it. But yeah, it's gonna be long. I think the video will at least. It might be longer than the Captain America review. Yeah, if we're doing like, I think She-Hulk and Matt as a duo is great, but if we're talking like long-form love interests, I think that I just prefer like Elektra and Karen and all that. Kirsten from the comics is great. I really need to buy more physical Daredevil comics. Don't say Foggy's as alive as Maria Hill. We don't need to reference Secret Invasion. We already... Has it already not done enough to us that we have to keep thinking about Secret Invasion? I'm curious about that with Thunderbolts. Like, Thunderbolts takes place... Thunderbolts takes place in the timeline after Brave New World, just like Born Again. So there's a little bit of a gray area where it might be able to happen, but like the Void, I would hate living in New York City. Could have been a Skrull. Is one. The look on Matt's face when they mentioned being a Skrull is one of the funniest things ever. Whoa, that's cool. Cody, how'd you get a Cody Rhodes autograph? You like buy that or meet him? What? I just read this now, by the way. I opened Twitter for a second, my mistake. But I gotta edit this into the video. The BB Report interviews in Born Again were of actual random New Yorkers on the street. They hired filmmakers to go around and shoot these interviews. That's crazy. Do you think we see Claire next season? Ooh, that'd be really cool. I would love to see... I hope we see Claire again. I want to see Claire and I want to see Turk. Right? The BB Report thing is crazy. I thought it was like... That's such a cool attention to detail. That's just more I have to record now. I have a note page in my phone right now of what I'm calling reshoots that I have to do for this video of things I just forgot to talk about too. So now I can add BB Report. Yeah, Brett Mahoney. I talked about Brett Mahoney in the video. What introduced me to the MCU? I honestly think it was Iron Man. Only because I have an Iron Man action figure from 2008 in my room right now. His arm is broken, but I'm staring directly at it. I gotta get Daredevil's double D's off the screen. What do you guys want to look at now? You tell me what to tell me what to look at, and I'll pull it up within reason. That's me singing the Fantastic Four theme. I can't get it out of my head. Oh my god, we have 69 people watching, guys. Nice. What got me into Marvel? Ooh. My dad did, but I'm trying to think if there's anything like specifically I can remember. My earliest memory is with the Superhero Squad show, but I'm pretty sure that was after the MCU, so I don't know if it's actually my earliest memory. Let's look at Brett Mahoney. Live Brett Mahoney reaction to not being included in Daredevil. I'm just going to start Googling things now. We've reached that point of the stream. Or does it... John Cena Elimination Chamber. Welcome to the Googling stream. She-Hulk. Now let's see where we are in the MCU timeline right now. Today is Friday, April 18th. I love keeping up with this. What's happening today in the MCU timeline? Okay, well that just broke my whole thing. That's cool. Well, that's 2020. Why is it still 2024? I'm sorry, I went down this rabbit hole. I can't just watch stuff, guys. I will get sued into oblivion. Spider-Man 2 DVD? Whoa. That's cool. This is not a gooning stream. There will never be a gooning stream. Alright. Oh, trial of Emil Blonsky's today. Sick. Hold on 1 second. Had to mute my mic for a second there. And panicked. Yeah, I'm still going. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go, though. It's already 12:14. I've talked about the Fantastic Four. I'm just kind of chilling now. Okay, so yeah, that picture of Ian McKellen and James Marsden, it seems fake, but, like, I couldn't find anything that disproved it. I looked, I ran it through AI generators, I tried to find other set pics, so it's either the best Photoshop job of all time, or it's real. And I think it might be real, but I don't know, because no other places have been reporting on it, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, Abomination's redesign is so good. Thoughts on the Supergirl movie? I'm excited for it. I've never read Women of Tomorrow, and everybody always says how it's one of like the best comics of the 21st century. So I'm very excited to finally learn what the hype is all about. What movie makes me cry the most? Short Term 12 by Destin Daniel Cretton. I sob like a baby every single time. I think I cry 4 times during it. It's very good. I think the Defenders do come back, but I think they're saving those. I think they're saving them for like closed rooms. I do want to read Women of Tomorrow, but after the movie, just because I don't want to go into the film with expectations. I want to be able to enjoy it on its own and then see what it could have been. I did see that picture of him with the beard, but you could have like shaved it on set, you know what I mean? But it's probably... Don't... DB Cooper, first of all, where have you been, man? Secondly, don't say that this picture is going to turn into a gooning stream. Oh yeah, Daredevil and Black Widow is a really good pairing. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 made me cry. Yeah. I have seen the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow art. Don't worry. I've made sure to see some of it because it looks really nice. The Impossible. Okay, Tom Holland and Ewan McGregor is a great combo, so I'm absolutely sold on that alone. What do you mean if the thing keeps looking at you, you don't know? What do you mean by that? Excuse me? Why is everyone talking about... I've not seen One Piece. No, I'm very anime illiterate. I've not seen anything. You guys are going... I think I might have to end the stream soon. You guys are going way too crazy over the thing right now. Can you... Oh, okay. You need me to zoom in on Sue. You see something behind her? Yeah, sure. What do you see behind her? Is like in the building? Is that building you're looking at? Anything else? Maybe it's in the background over here. Is that what we're looking at? It's a nice building. Don't say don't say Ben could give me a rock slide. Because of that, he's gonna look at you all. He's gonna judge you. He's gonna judge all of you in the chat. It's a little long. Okay, I'll make sure to check it out. Things have been grim lately. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Why are you all Stop thirsting over the thing. I don't like how this is no. Stop. What have I done? What audience have I cultivated? Oh, it's 1,000 episodes? I didn't know that. I did see that. I did see that Vin Diesel post. All right, I'm getting away from the thing. We're going to see Herbie. We're going back to Herbie and how sad he is. It's so sad. There we go. There we go. That's a good. There we go. Finally, an original thing joke. I'm so glad that the VOD can't see the chat replay, like on the screen. They have to go out of the way to see it, so they don't have to see the filth you are spewing on my channel. Why are you? All right. I can't sanction this. I can't sanction this tomfoolery and buffoonery. It is getting late though. It's already 12:20. And Herbie's sad after reading all your... Yeah, this is what you have to deal with. You made Herbie sad. So hopefully have fun with that. But I think I'm going to start winding this stream down because it's 12:20. I still have a bunch of Daredevil audio to edit. I want to get to bed at a reasonable time. So, yeah, EST gang. I got work tomorrow. I got to wake up for work. Hello, Darth. So, I'm going to wind the stream down now. Get your last questions out. We'll go to 12:30. So you guys got 9 more minutes. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 I'm more excited for. I love X-Men 97, but Daredevil is my 3rd favorite character of all time, so Daredevil all the way. I want to stream more. I have fun doing it. It's really cool that I can just come on here and chill. The issue is I have an 8-hour job I go to, and then when I finish that, I come to my desk and I open up my computer, and then I either edit, write, or record all day long. Biggest worries for Doomsday. Dr. Doom himself. Please, okay, here's the thing. That was funny, right? I want to do a separate video on who should be on Daredevil's team in Season 2. So I touch on it a little bit in the Born Again video. I just give a few names out, talking about the Defenders, stuff like that. But I want to do a separate video talking about who should be, who could be, and who won't be. So that's probably going to come out next in May, which is all the hype is going to be gone for Born Again already by that point. But that's kind of how my channel runs, where I'm always late. How do you feel about people incorrectly saying Galactus should be the size of a planet? Yeah, it's stupid. People don't understand that he can change his size. I'm going to say Spider-Man, I'm sorry. I'm going to do a whole section on why he should be there, and then it's just going to be me crashing out. I keep trying to read this one comment about the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, and I keep missing it. How do you feel about... Where is it? Where was it? I'm sorry. I'm missing everything. Oh well. What's the deal with Kingpin being in movies? According to Vincent D'Onofrio, he can't appear in movies because Sony has the rights. So I think that, like, it's a matter of he can only appear in Spider-Man films, if that makes sense to you. What did I think of the Superman clip? That's a great question because I never get to talk about that. I think it looks great. I love the vibe for this Fortress of Solitude and how it blends with the natural environment. The tone, I think, is very fun. It has that classic James Gunn humor, but it feels more Superman, if that makes sense. Yeah, they should cast Eben Moss Bachrach as just everybody in the MCU. Do I think Loki will die in Doomsday? I hope not. It'd be redundant, and they'd just be doing his arc over again. Hold on, we're gonna rank the WrestleMania card. Sorry, non-wrestling fans, but this turned into a wrestling stream, so WrestleMania card. Here we go. That's wow. If only it was that. Where's the actual Mania card? WrestleMania 41. There we go. Thank you for the question. How do you think the X-Men will be introduced to the MCU? Multiverse like the Fantastic Four or 616 Born? I want to make a video on that because I made one a while ago and I don't like how it turned out. But I think that they're going to have it so they're just merged like the Fantastic Four. Hey, it's funny you mentioned that the X-Men and the Fantastic Four were in the same universe because at one point I'm pretty sure they were going to adapt Civil War with them. I don't understand the hate that the Superman clip is getting. It's kind of crazy. All right, WrestleMania card. Here we go. I'm going to speed run through this. I'm just going to go tell you my opinion on every match. Gunther versus Jey Uso. LOL. Gunther better win. War Raiders versus New Day. Big E better show up to justify this being on the card. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. What are we doing, man? Rey better kill him. Jade versus Naomi. I hope Naomi wins. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. I want LA Knight to win, but he's not going to. He's going to die. Tiffany versus Charlotte. Insane build, but let's just say Tiffany should win. Roman versus Punk versus Seth. I think Seth is winning. Io versus Bianca versus Rhea. Let Io win. I think Liv and Raquel win. AJ Styles should kill Logan Paul. For legal reasons, that is a joke. I think Penta wins the IC title. Drew beats Damian, and Cena beats Cody. Boom, there we go. Look at the thing. Look at Herbie. We're back to Herbie. Back to the Herbie cam. All right, let me look at the chat. Yeah, superhero registration. Yeah, they were going to do that. There were plans for it at one point, and then they just stopped. It's weird, because, like, Kingpin has the rights. I think they have film rights for him, too, like live action for Kingpin, but I don't know. Let's hope Orange Man isn't there. Did you just say... I can't say that with a straight face. She sue on my storm till I read my Richard. Do I think Sony still owns Spider-Man by 2030? Yeah, that's a cash cow for them. Do I have a Wolverine fan cast? Yes, I do. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I want it to be... I don't know the actor's name, as you can tell. I'm stalling. It's Matt something. Matt Wood. I want Matt Wood to play Wolverine. He is my #1 choice. I think he has the look. He's short. He's a good actor. This is my Wolverine. Look at this. Somebody made an edit of it. Do you see the vision? That's like, I don't know. That's Wolverine to me. Cause Sony's stupid. They think the money's in villains for some reason. Yeah, you all see the vision now. Matt Wood is Wolverine. The agenda is clear. Taron Egerton, yeah, I understand that. I think we will see Franklin in Doomsday, but I don't think it'll be like a major role. There's so many Vision jokes now. Thank you, AJ. That's very nice of you to say. I'm always happy to find someone who knows me from that world. Yeah, they added the hair to his arms. To be fair, he was pretty unknown before Saturday Night, I'm pretty sure. Like, if you look at his IMDb... Whoa. Okay, that broke my computer. He's not in many well-known projects. He was mostly in, like, Law and Order stuff. So, he kind of came out of nowhere, but he instantly became my Wolverine choice. He was even talked about... I'm pretty sure Matt Wood even talked about playing Wolverine. He's 5'7" too, so it's like realistic. Yeah, here it is. He said he wants to be juiced up to play Wolverine. I'm ready. Marvel, come on, juice me up. I'll be jacked. Full Pratt. I want the chef. I want the trainer. Why not? It's crazy, man. So he's my choice for Wolverine, all the way. All right, I said I'd stream till 12:30. It's 12:30. So, any final words anyone has? Been 2.5 hours. I'm very hungry. My stomach is grumbling. Oh, it's Vanessa Kirby's birthday today. We can all look at Vanessa Kirby now. You've earned it because it's her birthday. As I do my outro. All right. So thank you all for staying here tonight. I really appreciate it. This was the most watched stream I've ever had. Even now, with half the viewers gone, I've never had a stream with this many people. So I appreciate you staying here tonight, talking about the Fantastic Four trailer. Movie looks incredible. Make sure to join the Discord. I'll put the link in the description of this video. But yeah, thank you everybody for here. I still don't have an intro for this. I just kind of end it. But I did do something cool, so I've been practicing. So thank you for staying. You can all enjoy this as I go to edit the video until I pass out. But hope you all have a great night. Hopefully we can do some more streams like this every so often. But yeah, take care, everybody. Drive safe. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna end this. I'm gonna end this now. Goodbye. Whee! Look at this. Look at this fancy graphic I made. Whee!